Hi, I'm Michelle, and welcome to the first Exclusion Zone 13 LARP video. Exclusion Zone 13 is a bespoke one-shot LARP put on by Adequately Excellent Entertainment LLC, which I founded with my partner Todd. Hi, Jack.
What's a LARP?
A LARP stands for live action role playing. So imagine if instead of sitting around a table rolling dice and describing...
I attack the darkness.
Exactly like that. You're standing in a field and actually attacking the darkness within reason. You, instead of describing your character, you embody your character and you do the actions within reason.
I'm Jack, and this LARP will be set in a world very similar to our own, with the exception that there are these 13 zones. They're exclusion zones, and in these zones, about 15 to 20 years ago, an event occurred that made them different, weird, paranormal. Physics doesn't seem to work correctly in them. Unusual things have appeared in them. No one knows exactly why, although there's a lot of theories, and the players will be characters trying to go into these zones and removing said objects and dealing with a strange phenomenon that are going on in these places.
Yeah, some of these people removing objects and studying the zone will be scientists working for an international institute, and some of them will be criminals who are just working a hustle to make money.
You mean the Crows and the Knicks, right?
I don't follow baseball. We're hilarious.
Aren't we, though? So, Michelle.
Yes.
When and where?
Well, it's going to be January 11th and 12th, 2019, at Cauldron's Keep in Dale, Texas.
I love that place.
Yeah, we all love that place. It's a really cool event venue that kind of caters to LARPs as well as other kinds of events. It's about an hour-ish south of Austin, Texas. Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a really cool place. They've got a palisade set up there that they've made themselves, and a lot of surrounding land that's really fun to play in. We're going to incorporate that. We're also going to put in a tent city there, so that way folks can stay overnight if they'd like. As a matter of fact, we kind of recommend it. It's going to be a little city again that's going to be part of what we're calling Checkpoint Magic.
Yep, so because we're going to be running the game all throughout the night, if you want a personal private space, by bringing your own tent to change or take a nap.
All night long, all night.
No, Jack, stop. We can't afford the royalties. Stop spending, Jack.
Okay, Michelle.
Anyway, so yeah, if you want to bring a tent, so you can take a little nap, you definitely can do that.
So let's get down to brass tacks. Michelle, what is this all about?
We have two goals. And one of them is to create Exclusion Zone 13 and provide a really cool, fun, interesting experience for our players in a setting that we think is neat and that we're excited about.
It's so exciting.
So the second goal we have has to do with Planetfall. Now, Planetfall is a campaign LARP. That means it's an ongoing story. It's a sci-fi game that Adequately Excellent Entertainment has been producing for the last year, and we took it over from its originators that ran it for 2 years prior. And we are in the process of a redesign. So next year, we're going to start a new season of Planetfall on a new planet with all sorts of new exciting things to colonize and survive. And we need equipment for that. We want some new equipment for that. So what we're going to do is this will pay for the production of Exclusion Zone 13, but it's going to allow us to purchase some equipment and resources that we can then also use for Planetfall going forward.
So to reiterate, the stuff that we're getting, it will be used for this LARP. None of the stuff that we're buying is going to be for something else. But almost everything that we're going to use in this LARP will also be used for another LARP. So that way the stuff that's bought won't just be shuffled off into a closet somewhere.
Yeah. Although you will get to keep things like we're going to be printing up some special currency.
Yes. They will be called exclusion dollars, and they will be good everywhere.
No, just at the game.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry. Okay. You want to get in the mood for this event. We know it. So we have some media for you to consume and sort of get into the swing of things. Mm-hmm. So the inciting event of Exclusion Zone 13 was when a friend of mine recommended a Russian sci-fi novel to me called Roadside Picnic.
So good.
Yeah, it's really good. It's by Arkady and Boris Strugatsky. And they also wrote a sequel, which is it's essentially a sequel to the book, but it's a film called Stalker. Another example of media that'll sort of get you in the mood is most of a podcast that you can get for free called Tanis. That's very cool. It's a lot of weird things going on and researching things and exploration of a strange environment. There's also the novel Light by John Harrington and its sequel Nova Swing. There are these really cool things in particular. I believe they're in Nova Swing, and they're called Bebop Golems, and they're my favorite. They're pretty great. And then, of course, there's a recent movie called Annihilation, and it's got some books
based
of
on the
the
same name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is very similar, where there's a strange thing, and people have to gear up and go in and figure out what it's all about.
Indeed.
But now, Jack,
Yes?
I know you want to talk about Shadow of Chernobyl.
It is so cheeky breaky.
It's the cheekiest of breaky.
Indeed it is.
Yes.
That was a huge inspiration on my part for some of the aspects of this. And while that does bring to mind heavy and fast combat, this is not going to be a FPS. Now, there will be combat, but this will not be an airsoft LARP, it will not be a dart LARP, and it will not be a boffer LARP. There will be combat, and it will be intense and brutal. But we're actually going to have to talk about that on another video. And we're going to have to talk about that. We're going to talk about factions, and there's going to be other surprises. Keep checking in. We're going to have more videos.